Hi, my name is Carlos and I am the lead developer for DashClicks. In this video, I want to show you how you can configure a custom domain for your dashboard. So let's go ahead and log in. Okay. Once you have logged into your dashboard, go ahead and head over to the custom domain page for your agency. Once you're in the custom domain page, you want to go ahead and tap over to the custom domain tab. Okay, so before we get started, I want to explain to you the two different options. Option number one is you can use a subdomain. You would use a subdomain if you already have a website hosted at your domain name and you want the website to remain active while also allowing your clients to use your domain to log into your dashboard. Okay. So that is the more common option, more than likely the option that you guys are going to want to configure. Option number two is assigning an entire domain to your dashboard. Okay, you will use this if you have a domain that you can use entirely for your dashboard that's not currently hosting a website. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with option number one. So we recommend that you use either dash or app for your subdomain. For this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and use app. The domain that I'm going to be using is Pixelytics. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my subdomain of app.pixelytics.co. That's my domain that I'm going to be using for this demo. Once you have typed in the subdomain that you want to use for your dashboard, go ahead and inspect it, make sure it's correct. If it is, then hit Save Changes. So, once you hit Save Changes, the dashboard is automatically going to start looking for the CNAME configuration that we're going to go ahead and configure on the next step. Until it sees the right configuration, you're going to have this red button down here. If you notice below your text field where you typed in your subdomain, you have a little bit of instructions that tells you where your CNAME record should be pointing to. Okay, so my CNAME record should be pointed at demo.dashclicks.com. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And then I'm going to head over to my DNS host for my domain name. Okay, so my domain name is currently hosted with Namecheap. Your domain name could be hosted with GoDaddy, HostGator, even Google. So go ahead and log into your domain registrar and head over to the DNS section. I've already logged into Namecheap under my account and I've navigated myself to the DNS section of my domain name. So I've already copied the destination of my CNAME record. So I will go ahead and add new record, select CNAME, and for your target, that's where you want to copy the demo.dashclicks.com or whatever your dashboard is telling you that you need to point your CNAME record to. It will be different, so don't type in demo.dashclicks.com. For your host, host can also be called name, the name of your record or the host of your CNAME record. That is going to be the first half of your subdomain. So my domain name, my subdomain that I chose is app.pixelytics. So app is going to be the subdomain portion. That is going to be the host, or also known as the name of your record. Go ahead and set your TTL. We recommend just choosing the lowest available value. It's not always going to be 1 minute, so go ahead and choose the lowest that you have available to you and it should be fine. Once you've configured your CNAME record, go ahead and save your changes. Okay, at this point, what we need to do is we need to wait for the CNAME record to propagate. Now this could take several hours, so in the meantime, we're just gonna go ahead and go on about your day and wait for this red button to turn green. So at this point, we have learned how to set up a subdomain for your dashboard. Now I want to show you guys how you can configure your entire domain name for your dashboard. Okay, so I'm back at the custom domain page, and let's say that I want to use pixelytics.co, but this time instead of using the subdomain, I want to use that entire domain name for my dashboard. Okay, so in order to set that up in DashClicks, what you would need to do is in this box you would type in www.pixelytics.co or your domain name.com, whatever your domain name is. Okay. Once you've done that, you go ahead and hit Save Changes. Okay. This is nothing new. We've been through this for the subdomain section. It works very similar. Okay. So there is one slight difference at the end of the process where we have to do what's called a domain forwarding. But other than that, the process is almost identical. So instead of setting up an app or a dash subdomain, you're going to set up a www subdomain and then redirect your regular domain name to www. I know it sounds a little confusing right now, but I'll show you how this is done, and it's really not as hard as you think. Okay, so we've gone ahead and we saved this. Same deal, we have the red button that says not ready, and we need to go back into your DNS provider and set up the CNAME record that's going to point to demo.dashclicks.com. So we're going to go ahead and copy that, and we'll head over to our DNS host. Okay, again, I've gone into the DNS portion of my domain name, and I've copied the destination of this of the CNAME record, so we're just going to go straight to adding it. Go ahead, add record, CNAME record, and for target, paste in the destination. You can see I have the old one on here too, so this is going to be very similar. Instead of app in here, we're going to type www. Set your TTL and save your record. Okay, so this is where the process deviates just a little bit from just setting up a subdomain, because now what we need to do is that we need to forward when somebody types in pixelytics.co, this needs to forward or redirect to www.pixelytics.com so that it can work properly with our dashboard, because this is what we configured in our dashboard. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of that. And this setting is going to vary depending on your DNS provider. For me, in Namecheap, I head over to the domain tab, and then I will see the redirect domain setting here. So this is going to be in a different location. Go ahead and reference your instructions for your DNS provider on how to actually do this this redirect. But it is very simple. Go ahead and add your redirect. The source URL is pixelytics.co. The destination URL is www.pixelytics.co. Actually, I think this needs to have the HTTPS in front of it. So HTTPS www.pixelytics.co. Alright, once you have this done, just like this, go ahead and hit save. Okay, at this point, our CNAME record is configured, our redirect or our forward is configured, and we just need to wait for the CNAME record to propagate. Again, this could take a couple of hours, so sit back, go do something else, and wait for this red button to turn green. After waiting a couple of hours, you'll see that the green button that used to say not ready is now green and says click to activate. Okay. This step is the same whether you are setting up a subdomain or you're setting up an entire domain name on your dashboard. Okay, so once this button turns green, we'll go ahead and click it, and the system is going to do a couple of steps in the background. Okay, so you'll see the little loading icon. Right now the system is going ahead and issuing you a SSL certificate and configuring the backend database, with the redirects and the things that the dashboard is gonna need in order to properly use your new custom domain. Okay, so once it's done, you'll see this message. Congratulations, your domain name has been set up. It should be ready for use in about 10 minutes. Okay, so from here, it's actually very important that you do not try to go directly to your custom domain. So if you see our subdomain that we set up was www.pixelytics.com. So if I try to go to pixelytics.co, right, you'll see nothing's gonna happen, right? Because the actual custom domain is not ready yet. So the dashboard is gonna go ahead and handle that automatically. So all you need to do is just keep using your dashboard as you would using demo.dashclicks, and when it's ready, the DashClicks is automatically gonna start redirecting you to the custom domain. Right, so once you see that the dashboard starts using the custom domain, then feel free to start navigating directly to your custom domain by typing it in the URL bar. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and navigate to our dashboard and see if the configuration has finished. All right, and sure enough, DashClicks has automatically redirected to my new custom domain. So let's go ahead and log in. And here we are. Now your DashClicks dashboard has been white labeled with your own custom domain. So that pretty much wraps up how to configure your custom domain on your dashboard. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and see you on the next one.